Ankita follows you on Twitter. I'm sure several people in the audience also follow you on Twitter.
Okay.
And we've seen you use your platform to encourage civic engagement, to discuss relevant social issues. On
Mm.
Twitter, you have 5 million followers. So, what, if any, have been the challenges of maintaining a political presence alongside promoting your work?
I just have to say again, you were really killing it. That's just such a good question and way to even ask that question because it prompts a lot of different things in me. Um, well, I guess I'll just address this before I go on a tangent. I'm sure I will like ramble, but like balancing, I guess, my promoting my work, obviously, especially with, I guess, with Love and Monsters, that's sort of mostly been what it's been with. Love and Monsters does mean a lot to me, and I do want to get it out there and want people um, to be aware of it, and it's something I'm really proud of and worked really hard on for a long time, and something that we feel really good about and like really worked and was like a real swing for something, and just came out like great, and so we're really proud of it. And obviously, I want to put that out there. At the same time, it's an extremely relevant thing that you bring up, where I also do just believe that there are a lot more important things going on right now, and it's not necessarily doesn't necessarily make me feel that I can't post about those things that I care about and that are sort of priority right now, that I want to get out there and I want to be able to help as much as I can. It doesn't make me feel like I can't post about obviously other things that I care about, including my film that I am proud of that is out there. But at the same time, it's all just sort of driven by my own personal feeling, anyway. And I do personally feel that, yes, love the movie, want people to watch it, hope people will watch it, but a lot of the shit going on right now. And if I can be, a single percentage influential or helpful, like in what we're going through right now, I sort of deem it something that I've become more and more, I guess, comfortable with or adamant about in my own world, wanting to do, I guess, and um, it's something I think obviously driven by the time, largely. I would absolutely say that you could, if you look back on my social media presence over the years, it was obviously fickle. um, I think when I was young, I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm not a very, this can go really deep. There's a lot of things that I think social media wise, like I see, and I'm just not, I'm not somebody who's going to just come on and say hi, and be like, hi, I love you, like those things I actually find extremely like manipulative and kind of like insane. But so I would never do that. Like, it's very important to me to be like human. So I think I've definitely always been human with my social media. And that's probably why it's so inconsistent, because I've gone through so many stages in my own life, and that's sort of what it's always driven by. I think in the last 4 years, obviously, being on the brink of full-fledged fascism has had to do a lot to do with it, with how I've been using my platform recently. I think it's sort of driven by me as a person as well. Like, I also it's been over the course of a time where I'm also like getting older too. I'm approaching 30 now, and things do sort of change for you at a time, and that's coincided with this really, really unprecedented time in history, too, like politically. So combined with the fact that I grew up in a generation where we were um, sort of like led into thinking that we were like so progressive, right? Like we had it all. Like, we had 8 years of Obama, everything was good. From when I was 16 to 24 years old, that man was our president. Okay. And there is a degree, this is partly why too I was so excited to come on and talk with you guys, because um, I think that a big piece of what we've experienced the last 12 years does really have to do with that arc, right? And I was sort of in this key age range during that arc. We kind of fell asleep, right? We there's civic engagement and engaging in politics, and right now too, what we're seeing with this unprecedented young voter turnout, like this genuinely wasn't a movement when I was a kid, when I was a teen, when I was going into college, you know, um, and it's obviously, again, I'm sure you'd say a similar thing. I'm sure a lot of your engagement has come from this time as well, that we've all experienced, and that is completely unprecedented for anyone who has a beating heart on the planet, um, and I think I admire it so much, maybe because when I was that age, I just we didn't have that, like it wasn't it's also combined with social media being such an ability to, like, I don't know, to like learn and to spread information and to be inspired by other people and to amplify other people, like, and that's really just the community too that I guess I've joined in my Twitter. It's really just trying to um trying to learn myself, and I guess it might be just like a reflection of that. um and then at the same time sort of realizing that, yes, even if I do have this like percentage of influence, to do what I can, that it means something to me to do that right now, because I'm seeing things go on that I personally am really really angered by and not okay with, and they are injustices that are bigger than me. The whole thing is bigger than me, right, and bigger than us, and um, I just think that it's all of that is sort of just I used to do it. I used to, not know what to tweet, right? And then if I ever wanted to tweet something about something important, I'd kind of sometimes walk it back and be like, "Oh, who the fuck cares what I think?" Like, and to a degree, I still feel that way, right? Like, I'm never trying to be like this, educated, lifelong activist who's well versed in these things and well educated and can articulate these, and to know about all these different things, like this is the birth of my, of learning about those things, and it is completely influenced by the time, and I think at some point the bigger than me thing, that's what made me get over that, like get over myself, be like, well, it doesn't matter. It's like, it's not a thing about who cares what I think, it's it's so not about that. It's about the conversation, and it's about listening. And if I'm on here and I'm listening, I'm reading, and I'm and I have a space too to amplify a voice that has taught me so much, right? Like in this moment, then I should do that. I started deeming it as just thinking of it as a real responsibility to do that. Again, with however tiny of a percentage influence that I have, like every little bit counts. And yeah, I guess that's what I think about that.
Thank you for that. I'm